What's going on, guys? It's Camillo back again. In today's video, I thought I would go over why I'm such a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. Kingdom Hearts is a video game franchise that was a collaboration project between Final Fantasy developer Square Enix and Disney Interactive Studios. The central character of this series, Sora, lives on the Destiny Islands with his two best friends, Riku and Kairi. Sora, Riku, and Kairi all have desires to leave their world to see what lies beyond the world outside their own. So one day they plan to build a raft to leave their world. But before that happens, the world falls to darkness, and the three friends become scattered among many Disney worlds. Amidst the destruction of their world, Sora gains the ability to wield the Keyblade, a weapon that has the power to slay many of the enemies in Disney worlds, called the Heartless. So for the better part of 2 games, Sora travels from world to world, slaying the Heartless and trying to find his friends Riku and Kairi. Along the way, Sora meets Donald and Goofy, and they join him on his travels across the Disney worlds. When I first noticed this series, I was like, what? You're telling me I can relive timeless Disney classics with my boys Donald and Goofy? I could not believe that this game was actually a thing. I had already been a huge Disney fan, and reliving these Disney films through the perspective of Sora was a huge nostalgia trip. Some people do argue that the story does get a little bit convoluted once you're 6 or 7 games into the series, but it is an incredible story if you understand it. And that's one of the reasons I love this series so much. There's a lot of connecting the pieces that you have to do on your own to understand the story, and that makes the story all the better. My next favorite part about the series is the characters. The original plan for Kingdom Hearts was to have Mickey Mouse be the protagonist of the series. That idea was scrapped though when Square Enix wanted to create all new characters for the Kingdom Hearts series, instead of Mickey or an existing Final Fantasy character. I have to say, Square Enix created a lot of likable characters in this series. And since the game does deal with themes such as the heart, the struggle between light and darkness, you do feel a very strong emotional connection to many of the characters in the series. There is also a lot of great character development in this series. Let's look at Riku, for example. Riku starts out as a power-obsessed teen, wanting to explore other worlds but not caring about how he does it. This causes him to succumb to the darkness and be the puppet for the main villain in the first Kingdom Hearts game, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. For a majority of the series, Ansem resides in Riku's heart, tormenting him, coercing him to fully accept the darkness. Throughout the series, Riku learns to not give in to the darkness and realizes that everything is made of light and darkness and there must be a balance between them. Riku learns that darkness isn't inherently evil, but the power of darkness attracts evil beings. Another thing I love about the series is the music. Oh my god, Yoko Shimomura is a genius. These tracks are so lit. I'll just go on YouTube sometimes just to listen to them. Utada Hikaru has done all the opening themes for all of the Kingdom Hearts games. I'm currently obsessed with the remix of Simple and Clean for Kingdom Hearts 2.8. What I do like about the gameplay in the series is that it's real-time action. Unlike previous Final Fantasy games, where most of them are turn-based RPGs, the hack-and-slash style of Kingdom Hearts really puts you at the forefront of the action. You also learn certain magic spells along your journey. The combat has remained relatively the same throughout the series. In Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, commands were introduced, which were not only magic spells, but certain attacks that could be used and could be recharged. This was a good mechanic to be introduced as it allowed for more strategy to be used in battle. The art design of Kingdom Hearts is pretty amazing too. It's not the most graphically intense game, because it does look like most of the games could have been rendered on a PlayStation 2, but the simplistic cartoon style really fits the Disney characters. I've never really been a snob for video game graphics. If you have fun playing the game and the game has a great story, the graphics in the end really don't matter that much. One of the problems with the Kingdom Hearts series is the games are separated onto multiple platforms. Kingdom Hearts showed their faces on the PlayStation 2, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, PSP, 3DS, and PS4. So if you're not a die-hard fan of the series, it's kind of hard to play all of the games if you don't have all of the consoles, because a lot of people are not going to buy a console for just one game. This was somewhat alleviated in 2013 when Square Enix released Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix, and then again in 2014, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix for the PS3. Between these two remixes, it included all of the games in the series except Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which was still relatively new at the time. And fast forward to this year, 2017, Square Enix released Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue for the PS4, which did include a remake of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, a new chapter that would be a sequel to 2010's Birth by Sleep, and a new HD cinematic movie which takes place an undetermined amount of time before Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, telling the events of the Keyblade War. So now we have all of the HD remixes on PS3, and this new title, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, on PS4. And now to make it even easier to get into the series, Square Enix has ported the two HD remixes on PS3 to PS4 and bundled them as Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 HD Remix. So now all you need to play all of the games in the series is a PS4, and that will include Kingdom Hearts 3 when that is released on PS4. It really just seems that Square Enix is just dancing around Kingdom Hearts 3. Basically, they've thrown all these HD remixes at us, 1.5, 2.5, and then they still couldn't go to 3, so they had to go with 2.8. All of the games that followed Kingdom Hearts 2 have really just been setting up Kingdom Hearts 3. They've added a lot of backstory. There's been some prequels, some interquels. Titles such as Dream Drop Distance and Recoded have been prequels to Kingdom Hearts 3. With 2.8 and the included title 0.2 Birth by Sleep, there's literally no more room for titles in between. The end of 0.2 Birth by Sleep is the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3. I am still hoping for a Kingdom Hearts 3 release by the end of 2018. This game has to tie up a lot of ends that were created in the portable titles and will bring to an end what Square Enix is calling the Xehanort Saga. So those are some of the reasons why I'm such a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. If you like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos like this. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 HD Remix does release next Tuesday, March 28th. I will be streaming this collection right here on this channel starting March 28th at 8 p.m. So mark your calendars, and I guess I will see you guys later.